And then one more area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency, because what looks like a very interesting and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade with them has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollar as the reserve currency, for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones, but going much larger.
Welcome back to Investment Tribe, where you've subscribed because you want to learn all about cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and other digital assets. Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up and enable the notifications so you'll be alerted whenever we post a new video. And if you have any questions or recommendations, please share them in the comment section below. We have something different to talk about today. It's about Hillary Clinton's declaration of war against Bitcoin, crypto holders, and cryptocurrency as a concept. She told this last November on Bloomberg's New Economic Forum. According to Hillary Clinton, crypto could undermine the US dollar and destabilize nations. But is there truth to that? We will try to answer that in this video, so be sure to watch until the end. To start, this is Hillary Clinton's opinion on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. According to her, nation-states should begin paying greater attention to the rise of cryptocurrencies. Even though it looks like an exciting and novel way to mine and trade new coins, she said that it also has the potential for undermining fiat currencies, the role of dollar as the reserve currency, and even for destabilizing whole big and small nations. She added that cryptocurrencies could be direct threats to nations and global currency markets and could be highly destabilizing if placed in the wrong hands or if the owners make alliances with the wrong people. This statement puts Hillary Clinton on the same boat as President Biden. His administration is very serious about the national security risks presented in his opinion of cryptocurrencies. It's very evident in the actions they have demonstrated this past few months. And this is not an issue about Democrats versus Republicans, as Donald Trump has pretty much the same opinion regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. He famously called Bitcoin and other crypto coins scam and has shown allegiance toward the US dollar. Critics of Hillary have something to say about this. According to them, Hillary stated the opposite when she said that cryptocurrencies could destabilize nations. She probably meant that fiat currencies are the ones that can do such a thing. Just look at the best fiat currency, the United States dollar. The United States increases the money supply by 40% in a single year. Yet, Bitcoin destabilizes us? Not to mention the tens to hundreds of smaller countries with weaker governments, with less dependable fiat systems. The people have no control over when the government controls their currency. Take for example, Venezuela. Did you know that a pack of rice in that country costs 2.5 million bolivars? And that is equivalent to just 38 cents here in the US. While a kilogram of meat costs 9.5 million or 1.45 cents. It truly is worse than you think. And this is possible because of their government's control of the fiat currency. So, the critics argue that physical cash or fiat currency can be easily held by the government however they want. On the other hand, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are decentralized and cannot be controlled by the people in power. One critic took it to the extreme. He said that Hillary Clinton was literally destabilizing and destroying some countries even way back. So it's in fact Hillary and not Bitcoin that's destroying developing countries. For instance, Libya now has open slave markets. Meanwhile, in Yemen, sieges and bombardments led to starvation. And you may remember that she also openly supported the coup in Honduras. And again, it's not just Hillary. It's all the elites and politicians on both sides of the political spectrum. The most interesting to see in all this is the considerable shift in people's views. Remember like 8 years ago when they said to stay away from Bitcoin because it's just fake money? Then in 2021, all of a sudden, Bitcoin can destabilize nations? It seems like a giant leap, right? All critics think that Hillary Clinton and other establishment politicians are just scared because they realize that Bitcoin has reached a point of no return. Bitcoin is unstoppable now, and as more people get in on the action, the network only gets bigger and stronger, and the coin only gets more valuable, and thus even harder to be stopped. Basically, they are threatened by just the thought of cryptocurrencies. They realize that this is a direct threat to the power they're used to having, and when questioned about it, they go into defensive mode. Another thing is that when they realize that Bitcoin and other crypto coins are here to stay, They're trying to fight it to get in at what they think is a lower price, meaning they're trying to leverage the whole market so they can take their powers back. But then again, this is a point of no return, and there are tons of proofs for this. Bitcoin had a slight correction overall last November, but the daily RSI looks just about to reset and ready, and previous trends tell us that this is all fine. It's a healthy correction, and many different metrics can reset and refresh. Based on this, if it all plays out, a rally at a higher level can definitely happen. It has happened twice already, so we don't see any reason why it's not possible to happen again. The same can be said about other altcoins where they experienced slight correction overall. But for those watching the market since last year, you may remember that the total alt market cap retested the previous all-time high weekly. So all in all, we are hugely bullish on Bitcoin as well on other crypto coins and tokens. You might be wondering why this is the case. Well, here are some major news about the crypto sphere. Number 1, PayPal has enabled cryptocurrency payments in its checkout process for millions of merchants. PayPal has hundreds of millions of users and merchants signed up with it, so this is pretty big news for crypto coins. Number 2, Binance now supports deposits to Ethereum Layer 2 Arbitrum. They are the first major exchange platform to support direct deposits to an Ethereum Layer 2. This is pretty huge, especially with more users coming onto the network. This is tremendously helpful for Ethereum scaling, and we're happy to see different companies support it. Don't sleep on Crypto.com, as Matter Labs announced shortly after that they are scaling Ethereum with ZK Sync, the first EVM-compatible ZK rollups. So to summarize, Binance has Arbitrum and Crypto.com now uses ZK rollups. We're just getting started, but we are seeing a brighter future already. So amazing opportunities are available in the whole crypto sphere right now. And not only because many prices are near all-time highs or have hit all-time highs in the past few months, but way beyond that. This cannot be truly ignored. Crypto is hard to stop at this point. To further drive our point, let's look at one example. Avalanche has continuously grown this past few months. They are all-time high on average transactions per second, daily fees burned, daily transaction count, daily and monthly active addresses, and total value locked. This is according to Nicolas Lemaitre, the general manager of Avalanche. Not to mention, the amount of growth happening on NFTs, DeFi, and other platforms are just fantastic. For instance, Opulus surges an impressive 785% as fans are really liking the idea of NFTs in the music industry. Their token Opal has increased in price and climbed the crypto charts after the fruitful launch of its first security NFT sale and its wide-ranging cross-chain capabilities. Their main goal was to kickstart tokenization into the music industry. With all the positive news surrounding the whole crypto sphere, it's tough for old politicians and figures to keep up. That's why they go on the defensive when talking about cryptocurrencies. It's incredible that we are riding on this train to a new revolution and many people are still skeptical about buying a ticket. So let your voice be heard. What do you think about Hillary Clinton? Do you like her? Do you dislike her? What do you think of Hillary Clinton's statements about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Well, that's all for now. This is Investment Tribe. See you again tomorrow. Keep in mind to like, share, and subscribe.